right, good morning, everybody. It is time for the Tavern League. We are joining once more for the Tyranny of Dragons campaign as we move forward with these adventures. We took last week off for some scheduling conflicts, but joining once again on this Monday. Let's get right to it. Let's go see what they're up to.
Getting out.
Oh, gross.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, hello.
Oh, hello, hello.
I don't know why we're not starting early if we got to end early. Just saying.
So a few things happened last night. There was a thunderstorm and the new awning thing, I can't remember, gazebo or whatever that we got, blew away in the wind.
Oh, man.
Yep, so I was up late last night kind of taking care of that.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, I was pissed. Like,
Was it broken?
it's not broken, but it's like busted up. It's all bent. It's like cheaper steel. So it wasn't like expensive, but still.
Was it in the neighbor's yard?
No, it blew away. So like we have stamped concrete in our backyard, and then there's a bit of a decline going off of it, and then there's like the little faintest bit of a ditch between my property and the neighbor's property. It was like right in that, so it wasn't like too bad, but still it was very irritating. We literally had it for like
Yeah, we get really bad wind up here, so I bought for our.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Little they're just basically just bags you fill with sand or rock that you Velcro back to it, and then I tape that on top because, yeah, we'll get like 50-mile-an-hour gusts, and those are just parachutes at that point.
Yeah, it's. I think we live in like a wind tunnel almost, because like our backyard, it almost directs the wind to go through like all 8 people's backyards, like really powerful.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were kind of worried about the structure a little bit, but obviously not. Oh well. Yeah, I was up a little late last night trying to figure that out, and kind of worried about it because we couldn't take it apart with the wind blowing it, so we kind of just propped it up on one side of our house so it wouldn't blow away further. But yeah. Hey.
Did we have historian last night?
No,
not
we
last
didn't.
night. Last time.
Yeah, we didn't. I have to catch up on a few of those journal entries. I got to do 2 for Scales of War, and then so I'll get that. Been a bit preoccupied with encounters.
I was saying there's been a lot of movement.
Yeah. There's a lot of talking in the server too.
When I've been trying to keep track of it, like while on vacation, I'm like, we need to get home. Encounters is popping.
Yeah.
We've definitely fallen behind.
No
We've been
worries.
traveling.
So I keep updating changes and everything. Now that I've seen more of like how things work and how things feel overall, definitely progress. Like you don't have to play in an advancement stage. It's literally whatever your next session is your advancement stage. So it'd be a lot easier to level up and.
Yeah, instead of what was the situation that like we were able to do the advancement stage, but like John was the one in the group that couldn't, so then he was kind of like up for a while.
Yeah. And that's another kind of thing why I started flooding the server. Like I think we got 27 active characters right now.
Yep.
Which is a lot, but through just playing, I've seen that, you know, just because you have 27 players doesn't mean they're all gonna be playing week to week. I think having more players is definitely not a bad thing. Even so, there's one session that doesn't have any signups. I think only 2 of the like 7 that are there that have full sessions.
Yeah. Well, and I keep telling Jake, I'm like, Jake, look, there's one at this time. He goes, babe, we're literally on vacation. We said no. I'm like, but like we could. He's like, we're gonna be hiking in Colorado. I'm like, but.
So we have to visit family this day. We're on an airplane
Yeah.
that day. Babe, I'm sorry. It's just not going to work this next 2 weeks.
Yeah, D&D's too fun though.
I know. I'm literally like, but look at, there's so many.
It's not for lack of wanting to.
Yeah, and then I finished up the Moonfang encounter.
We saw that. That's the one. I was like, oh, there's a new one.
That's the one I'm gonna be part of.
Hopefully when you guys get back to England, we can jump into that one. That should be fun.
Where?
Moonfang? England? Or are you in England?
England.
You know
England?
what?
England?
England. It's an E, not an A. England. I say
It
England.
depends on where you're from, laddie. It could be the English, you know.
England is spelled with an I. All right.
So I have a question then. How do you say English? Do you say English? I speak English.
English.
Anglish?
Oh snap.
English.
It depends on where you're.
You know what? All right, you have disadvantage the whole session.
Which
Okay,
is harsh.
I
I
think.
go with disadvantage anyway, don't you know?
Don't you know? Not only do I have the northern accent, but I also speak different for a northern accent. Okay, so I think we are ready to go, and I see BMOC has character art.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, zoom right in on there. Boom. I like it.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
That's the way. I like it.
Oh, look at that 70s flashback there, man.
There we go. Yeah.
I may be
Telling
a
of our
baby,
age.
but I know music.
It's like so depressing when I tell someone like really young about like a classic song that like obviously everybody knew, even though like you don't really listen to that music anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those like iconic songs that you think everybody knows, even though like it's not played on the radio, and like younger people have no idea, never heard of it, and you're just like, what the hell?
You know what's depressing when you hear someone refer to Blink-182 as oldies.
Yeah, or dad
I
rock.
don't even know what that
Classic
is.
rock.
Yeah, or what is it? I think it's Blink-182 that like is dad rock now or something.
I didn't
I
Yeah.
don't even know what
when it was
Blink-182
new.
is.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Bruce is like, you're. Bruce is like, man, that's all new shit to me.
I didn't even listen to it when it was. My kids were like, "Dad, what do you mean you don't know what that is?" I was like, "That's
What-
dead to me."
Yeah, when he was young, the Beach Boys were still popular.
Yes.
Oh, really? The Beach
Yeah.
Boys? Is that what you listen to? Or what
Dude,
did-
I'm 56 years old. That's hip to me. So,
Yeah. What did you listen to when you were younger?
I'm 56. I was going to concerts when the Eagles were still new.
Okay.
I love the
Damn.
Eagles.
The Bee Gees?
I wasn't into the Bee Gees. My wife loves the Bee Gees. I was not a disco fan. Now I listen to them now. I kind of grew into them, but no, I was more into Led Zeppelin and
Okay.
Pink Floyd?
Hell yeah.
Floyd. Oh yeah, I was big into Floyd. Yeah, and,
Def Leppard?
Def Leppard. Well, Def Leppard came around after I joined the Marine Corps. I kind of got into Def Leppard. I was more into, like I said, Zeppelin and not so much Sabbath. I wasn't into Sabbath that much, but I was more into some of the psychedelic stuff. But
Okay.
mostly American rock. You know, I mean, Zeppelin wasn't an American band, but I was mostly into the Beatles. I was big into the Beatles. I will tell you that right now. I had an uncle that was living with us that was big into the Beatles and the Stones, so I kind of got into them. But that kind of genre. But
Okay.
the Eagles was is my all-time favorite. So
Very cool.
you know, I gotta say just the Eagles, really, man. You know, I mean, it's hard to think now that I'm on the spot. You know, I mean, I'm into all kind of music, man. I mean, the British invasion. Yeah, I will say I was big into the British invasion stuff. My dad was a big music fan, 50s, 60s mostly. A lot of the 50s and 60s stuff, the mid 70s. And then after I joined the Marine Corps, I got introduced to a lot of stuff. You know, I met a lot of guys from all over the country and got introduced to a lot of stuff. I'm big into Motown. I love Motown music. But once I hate rap. I ain't gonna lie. I fucking hate that shit, man.
Well, you know, rap is just missing one letter to become crap, so it makes sense.
Well, I mean, when I got introduced to rap, it was all hateful shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was all that street, and I mean, I don't want to be political, but it was all hateful, kill whitey shit. All right, it was a bunch of it was that early 2 Live Crew, let's go out and kill the cops, shit. You know, it was all street stuff, and I mean that's where it came from anyway. But I mean, I just couldn't stand it, and I had heard a lot of it in the barracks, and I just couldn't stand it, and I mean, it's changed. A lot of it has changed, you know, but I just built up a real hatred towards it early, and I've never been able to get over it.
I follow you.
So,
That's
if
cool.
you guys-
You were like into rock when rock was fun. Now it's like super like heavy, like screaming stuff. Which don't get me wrong, I love the screaming stuff, but it's.
I was gonna say, are you about to hate on my favorite music right now?
I love the metalcore stuff like that. But
Van Halen was a big fan. I was a big fan of early Van Halen. You know, early Van Halen. I didn't like Van Hagar. I liked Van Halen when it was the original Van Halen. I hated Van Hagar. So, you know, so I mean, I mourn Eddie big time. You know, so, but yeah, that, you know, early 70s. You know, even a little bit of the bubblegum shit. You know, was kind of cool. But you know, Journey, REO Speedwagon, that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, I had long. I mean, y'all seen pictures of me. Imagine me with hair down to my shoulders. That's what I. That's what I looked like in the early 70s.
You were one of them long-haired freaky people.
Dude, when I played football, I had hair hanging out my helmet. So you know,
That's awesome.
So I don't know if y'all heard Otto say this, and I verified it with her, but she doesn't even know who Blink-182 is.
What? You don't watch Lord of the Rings. You don't listen to Blink-182.
No.
Who are you?
She watched Lord of the Rings.
Whoa, hold on. You guys just cut out and now I'm feeling attacked.
You are being attacked.
And we convinced her to listen to them, so we're remedying the situation.
Yeah. How'd you like Lord of the Rings?
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Definitely. Like, I didn't read the books before watching, but I really, really wish I had. Just because the movies were like so well done.
Yeah, I really liked The Hobbit. So what I tried to do is get my boyfriend for a weekend to where we're going to watch like The Hobbit and then Lord of the Rings. And have
Next
like a
time
little...
you gotta watch the extended versions, though.
Listen, those are like $20 each.
Listen!
I can't even rent them.
Jake can send you a link to get them. Listen!
Listen, Linda, listen.
Okay.
We got you, girl. We got you.
Okay.
Anyway, back to D&D. Let's get this session
Oh yeah, I guess
started.
that's why we're all here, isn't
That's
it?
why we are all congregated. Love
No, we're
hearing
all congregated to
team
mess
up on
with
Otto.
Otto today.
All congregated to team up on Otto, yeah.
We got the weekly shit talking out of the way. Let's go.
Love hearing little bits about you guys. Definitely, definitely
I ended
had a lot of
college.
fun with you guys. You ended. You graduated.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Or
I
it's
ended
just-
for the year last week.
Gotcha.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
College is hard. College is.
Oh, you're telling me there's a whole like shit show going on right now.
I had to learn discipline later in life, and I still struggle with it. And college definitely threw me for a loop. I was so terribly undisciplined kid.
Same.
being in the military probably would have done me well. Okay, so
It's one thing. One day when I go back to school, Jake is gonna keep my ass in line.
Keep your ass in line. Shit talking me, I'll keep you in line.
Yeah,
So-
but like,
here we are, Monday morning. It is 10:20 where I am at, ready to begin our latest session. We are finally done with part 5. Moving on to part 6, session 1 of the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. First off, we start with some character introductions. So let's begin with Freddy. Tell us a bit about your character.
Hello. I'm Sauerkraut, and I play Freddie Bloomington, a half-elf who's a mix between a bard from the College of Lore and a Hexblade Warlock. This makes him a bit of a jack-of-all-trades type, who's out for fame, glory, and wealth so that he may eventually be worthy enough to return to his homeland.
Thank you very much for that, Freddy. It'd be interesting to see how I can work your backstory into this campaign. Haven't noticed I'm trying to do that with everybody, a little bit of everybody getting their flavor and really personalizing this campaign, you guys. Moving on, we have Hawkeye. Tell us a bit about your character.
Auto Hawkeye, who is a wild hunt shifter druid from the Circle of the Stars. And in the last session, she spilled her guts to Ureva because she feels like Ureva's the closest one with her. And she's just, I guess, ready to continue. I mean, she's the baby of the group, so this is like her first real big adventure because she doesn't leave town at all because she's scared. So
Yeah, very big moment for Hawkeye last session. Feeling a bit more of her character beyond what has been made apparent. Explaining a little bit of her behavior past event. We also have Vmok. Newly joined to the group. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Oh, well met, viewers. Hi, I'm Old Jarhead. My character is Vmok, a Goliath barbarian from the Sword Mountains. Vmok is searching, well, he was searching for a ugly human downlander whom he thought to be a harbinger of doom for his tribe and maybe for all of humanity. But now he's not quite sure. He's joined forces with this group to find this strange dragon queen and hopefully keep her from unleashing her doom upon the world.
I think it's hilarious that like Ondar's supposed to be like this divinely like beautiful human man, big and muscular, and then of course like to other races he's considered ugly.
He's
Right.
hideous,
Yeah.
disgusting.
By Goliath standards, it's like where's all that hair? Yeah, all that hair. Ugh. Okay. Another race quite foreign to Goliaths, or maybe not foreign, but quite different, but well
Scary.
known, is the elves.
Oh,
Tell
that's
us
so
a little-
long.
Yeah, they live way too long. Tell us a little bit about your character, Ava.
yes, I'm Nicole. I play Ireva Galanadel, a wood elf ranger of the Horizon Walker subclass. Ireva left her home on a pure mission to stop the Dragon Queen being risen from this cult and ran into this group of misfits that she found herself becoming quite surprisingly accustomed to, and has led her into a little bit of a personal turmoil, and she's working on righting herself and focusing back on the mission to stop this cult.
Yes, definitely a lot has happened. Quite distracting from the overall mission. Traveling in the north and everything is quite treacherous, so easy to get distracted with minute-to-minute survival and goings on. But that is a test of Ireva. And speaking of tests, we just probably got over one of a huge test for Uthar. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Yeah, I'm John, and I play Uthar, the Fearbolg ex-slave pirate who, at this point in his life, still only knows himself by the name You There Fearbolg, which is what his pirate captors referred to him only as. He's a cleric of the storm and swashbuckling rogue who kinda got what he wanted on land, but has decided that some of these folks need his specific brand of assistance, and is gonna hang out with them for a while before returning to his crew and probably looking for more Fearbolg out there.
A very, very interesting backstory to play with there. You There Fearbolg. I love that name. So, all right, so let's get that historian roll. Ready.
All right.
All right, so take some notes or do whatever you do for historian for this session and get that updated. And throughout this week, I will work on my historians.
So, question.
Yeah.
We are not playing next week, correct?
I believe there is a scheduling conflict that we'll have to talk about. I think John
Okay.
said he won't be able to.
Yeah, I will be still on the road at that point.
Okay.
So you guys, if you want to play Uthar for me, I have no problem with that, but that'll be up to you guys.
Okay.
Well,
so
I was
yeah,
just going to
we'll-
ask more due to vacation's sake, since we won't be leaving for another week, if you're okay with him just doing that when we get home. Or if you
so,
want it next weekend.
Yeah, if we have to take off next week, it kind of is what it is. That's something that we'll. So, are you guys going to be on vacation another week longer?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get back into England on the 23rd.
Okay, so then that might be worth skipping that. The missing 3 people.
That's a lot to play.
Well,
Yeah.
we could play. I'm just thinking for historian, since we'll be doing
Busy.
stuff.
Oh, you mean for this week writing historian?
Yeah, like if he can just do it,
Okay.
even if we play, like if it's okay if he's late on it.
Yeah, I'm not so big on the historian anymore because I'm catching up on YouTube videos,
Okay.
or at least trying to.
I can do historian for them.
For this
Well, how
week?
about this? If we do play next week, then Otto, you can do it. But if we play a week after, then I'll do it.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we'll get that.
Are you doing it today? Because I mean, I could do it today if you want me to.
That's
No, I
that's
got
what
it.
that's what he's
Okay.
talking about, right?
Yeah, I got it. I'll take notes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, last time on Hoard of the Dragon Queen, once again at the Karnath Roadhouse. Had quite a original arrival here at the Roadhouse. So last week, we began the session with Uthar fighting his nemesis Ramus Grick in the morning upon waking. A trial by combat. Or here in the north, the law is only stretched as far as you can make it. Often falls to strong leaders to take charge and determine what choices are to be made. This is a uncivilized land cut through by the wilderness and savagery of the monsters nearby. Wilderness. So a trial by combat was spoken to have happened in order to determine Ramus Grick's how would you say, his accusation of being a slaver, for there was no real proof. But since it was Uthar's word against his, a trial by combat was the perfect solution. And so after a few rounds, with quite a few missing to and fro as attacks were blocked and dodged out of the way, a whole bunch of damage came out rather quickly from Uthar, felling Ramus Grick on the ground. But right away, Spare the dying was cast on the man, and even to some protestation of the nearby guards and the people posted here saying, wait, it's a trial by combat. It was pretty well spoken that Uthar had a few words he wished to have with Grick before kill the man. So they dragged him off into a room and questioned him. Uthar, along with many of his party members, they talked to Ramus about the cult of the dragon, and though Ramus didn't have any real information, perhaps by chance he shared some words about his crew having deserted him and joined the cult themselves. So Ramus is off on his own, trying to cut a piece of the world for himself up here in this roadhouse, doing what he could to survive, because he was a survivor. After no more information could be persuaded out of the man, and after Uthar learned that a few more of the pirates from his past, taunting and terrorizing him, were in this cult of the dragon, Ramus was killed. Now with his body limp and dead, tossed outside, Uthar had a reason to join with these party members, acting as probably a moral compass, along with having his own reasons to find some of his older captors within the cult. And we moved on to trying to figure out how to get into a locked room, for Jamna had revealed that she held Bog Luck's keys, wished to discover where it would take them. Freddy and company came up with a plan for distraction, talking about how all the wagons just outside were laden with treasure and gold. So they sought to get all the guards outside to take care of these wagons and bring them in, while the rest of the party went inside the roadhouse. Or not the rest of the party, it was Hawkeye and Jamna went into the roadhouse to discover what they could. They found a locked storeroom, and after a few minutes search, Jamna uncovered that there was a trap door underneath one of the boxes. So she and Hawkeye jumped down, started traveling along this tunnel. At the same time, once a few minutes had passed and it seemed that the guards were preoccupied, Freddy led his band inside to go chase after Hawkeye. But there was a little bit of communication, for they went to Bog Luck's room down in the southwestern corner and opened the door, with Freddy having unlocked the padlock on it, seeing that nobody was inside. Quick search trying to find a trapdoor or any hidden exit. Emak and Uthar heard behind them some whispering. Quick, get the others. That what takes us to the present moment, as Vimak and Uthar see two archers talking to each other, with one of the archers running out front doors.
Uthar, we must hurry.
There's nothing in here.
What do you mean there's nothing in there?
It's just hay.
I poked my head in just enough to look at the room. Yeah, this room they went into is on the other side of.
I think they are bringing people to, I don't know,
We must be quick. Perhaps they went in the one over there.
So I have your tokens unlocked. Yes, Freddy, you see nothing in this room besides... it's more spacious and comfortable than the other rooms, even the one that that you guys have slept in. Let's see. It's kind of interesting to you that you see that Bog Luck was somewhat educated, as evidenced by the books of philosophy and natural history on the shelf. Better than that.
I'm lagging super bad.
Yeah, I'm lagging hard too. Like,
Same.
I can barely move the characters.
Yeah, every time I try to move, everybody around me freaks out. Carlin
Carlin's
just
about.
got really big and he's spinning.
Carlin's massive.
Carlin!
Enlarge person, go!
Yeah, it's like,
Trying to get off
what is going on?
V, but it's just, it will not allow it to happen.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, something's up.
I think we might
Yeah,
need to
it just
restart.
keeps like rubber banding me back to, maybe close the map and then send us back to the map before we kill Fantasy Grounds.
Working now?
Looks a little better. I mean, I can. Oh, no,
Nope.
it's not back. Oh, throwing me
Oh
all
my
over.
god.
I wonder if the big map is just fighting you right now.
Well, I don't know why Carlin's being resized.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. That just seems to seem. over
And like,
over.
I'll select a token and it will be selected on me. Like, I can't even move some of these guys. I'm gonna restart my Fantasy Grounds real quick.
Oh.
This is not really working for me. All right, so go ahead and take a quick minute break or so. Right back. Back in. Hopefully everything's working right now.
Well, let's give her a shot.
Yep, I'll turn line of sight back on. No, the minute line of sight went back on. Everything messed up. I'm gonna keep that off.
Okay. We'll just pretend we don't see anything.
Yeah.
That's weird. I know there was an update. I'm wondering if that has anything to.
I'm willing to bet that has something to do with it. They buggered it.
Archer 4 is not.
Try locking the tokens back.
Was it happening when the tokens were locked?
We didn't move.
Hard to say.
Arlen, stay the right size.
Emma.
He's eating his Wheaties.
Yeah, apparently. Okay.
I will not be a fool anymore.
Are tokens locked?
Yep, tokens are.
Yeah, no, I just can't.
Yeah, now we just can't move because it won't
just can't
complete the
move.
line.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen because it kept snapping me back to where I was as if I wasn't moving, so...
Hopefully
Maybe
it's
this map is
just
just
this
fighting
map.
you. Yeah.
I also can't keep my character selected either.
Yeah, me
so I can't
neither.
use the arrows.
Yeah.
What the-
Yeah. Hopefully we don't get into a fight on this map, and then it won't matter.
Technical issue. Wonderful. BMOC's targeting everybody.
D-Mock hate. D-Mock has to kill.
I'm going to take you guys off the map.
Yep.
Try to. How about now?
No.
It's still happening. Okay.
Still.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
I think it might have been that Fantasy Grounds update. They buggered something.
What if I turn off a bunch of my
Oh
my gosh,
my
Carlin is
extensions?
huge.
yeah, maybe
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
update the extensions maybe and
Could be the update hasn't.
Yeah, the extension's not being on this version.
yeah, they're not working properly anymore.
Go figure.
I turn off all of my extensions. Be aware for this session at least. A lot of this stuff not going automated.
You mean I have to remember how to roll for initiative if we get in a fight?
Yep.
Oh no.
Wow.
Ugh.
However, will she cope?
Oh, I think I might know on action. I have an extension that it selects your character on the turn. I think it was like counting as if we were in initiative order, but because I started a new thing, we weren't in. $10:50 a.m. Jeez. I think I know what the solution is. I just need to get a new computer.
Huh.
That's the biggest option, but always a valid one, technically.
I
It
mean,
usually fixes everything, right?
Yeah.
seems simple enough.
Yeah. I mean, whatever information I have saved on this computer, I definitely don't need. Let's get a new computer.
Now you're thinking with your noggin.
Big brain.
Noodle. Doing the noodle dance. Combat music's been playing in the background this whole.
Keep getting attempted resolve connection to server.
Yeah, I'm not in yet.
Oh, okay. Because it shows green. So,
Yeah, if you guys are trying to
okay.
connect right now, you're probably honestly slow.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That explains it. All right.
Wow, Jake, way to suck.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready. I'll just chill here then.
Okay.
Nap time.
Yeah, I'm not even in yet. Okay, there we are. Go ahead and join in. Okay, let's see if this works. Arlen is still huge.
Well, that just might have been left over from the bugs earlier.
Determined it again.
Giggity.
Oh,
Hey.
You working?
No. No, I keep snapping back.
Keep snapping back still.
Yep.
Hey, real quick, since Freddy's in, Ryan, try tossing him on just a random map and see if it's happening on every map. That's the one last thing we haven't tried at this point. Is it the map? Maybe. That'd be great.
I mean, working on another map. I wonder if it's all the line of sight and stuff I have.
Yeah, or maybe the fact that it's like a duplex map or something. I don't know. Maybe that map is just fucking haunted right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be the map.
check report.
Damn you, map.
Damn you, Super Carlin.
Dragon Queen who? Carlin is now the enemy. He's been taking them roids.
Oh my god, Carlin snapped down by himself. Gotta be something like that. Gotta be some of the line of sight and everything.
I still can't move characters.
You still
Just keep
all-
snapping back.
And it's weird that everybody's like going to this corner too.
Yeah, it kind of seems to be the focal point.
I'll go grid snap.
Don't we only have like an hour left too, unfortunately?
Something like that.
Can you relocate us on the map somewhere?
Yeah, working for me.
Okay, then maybe we just have you move us.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's get off this map as soon as possible. All right, guys, what are you doing?
Okay, can Freddy roll a check of some sort to remember which door we're supposed to go into?
Go ahead and roll history to see what your memory is like.
History. I am okay at everything.
Oh, that was almost a 20. You don't remember exactly what door, but I think in the confusion, you probably forgot that they were going towards the southeastern.
I think they meant this door over here.
Yeah, we'll go over there. That way.
I would move my character if I could.
Okay, as you try to move your character, so you kind of get over here, followed by the rest of your party.
BMAC would be more towards the center of the room, but out towards the center of the room,
Gotcha.
like trying to be as imposing as possible to ward off any possible interference from the rest of the guards.
Okay.
So, Ryan, you moved Ereva with the group. I can't remember the end of the last one. I think she was going to stay in the room because she was under such tight watch by everyone.
Are you staying in the room then?
I think that's what I was doing, just because like she sent the message with Greg to Hawkeye, and she was finding herself under like extremely close watch. So she thought it best for the mission to stay out of sight.
Never
That's why I have the boots.
What room is Ureva in?
Ereva was in this one, right above the one that you guys, right above Bogluck's room.
We didn't know that.
Was the door open? Did we see her?
Well, Hawkeye would have told, like, I gave Hawkeye. So what happened last time is she, like, sent the message to Hawkeye when Hawkeye was still with you guys and literally gave the elven boots to Hawkeye and told her to, like, let you guys know she was, like, what was happening.
Thought I made that clear.
Yeah, so it would, I'm just saying because it's been a couple of weeks. So as a reminder, like, so that was shared.
I did tell you.
Yeah, so that conversation happened before you guys made the distraction.
Okay.
So I don't know if anyone communicated anything to Reva.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to kind of revisit that because it's been a bit.
Hey, Carlin, go grab your Ava.
Oh, okay. He's in the middle of running over to the door as the archer up top speaks up. You, what are you doing?
Have I told you not to worry about what other people does?
She has her longbow out and an arrow notch trained on you guys.
This
So
seems
so-
excessive.
So yeah, so Beamont makes himself big like a bear.
Swell up your chest. Look
Yeah.
intimidating.
Literally, like
Freddy, you
swells
play
up,
dead. We gotta cover both angles.
spreads his arms out big, glaive in one arm. He's taking up as much space as he possibly can,
Okay.
presenting as big a target as possible. He's going to catch the arrow if it flies.
Everybody, please roll initiative.
Oh, I was gonna say something.
Hey, you can still say it.
Yep,
It
you can
just
still
probably
say it.
won't change things.
Do I
Say, was I retrieved from the
Nope.
room at this point? Okay.
Because you're not here, Hawkeye.
Okay.
Yep, you're under the
Then I'll
tunnel.
just exit out of that
Killed all
page.
these fucking archers when we had the chance. They have been nothing but problems.
I could
Freddy told me to stop.
I mean, you could have accidentally sniped one. Oops! Or arrow in the face.
I mean, he
Jeez.
kind of stopped me from dying like 3 times, so I, like, out of honor, have to listen to him a little bit.
That's why you say oops.
That's why you say oops.
Damn, Archer 1 has good initiative, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, man, I wish I had that more health necklace earlier than later. If that archer shoots me again, it does 25 fucking damage.
Okay, Archer 1 says, halt! Explain yourself! What are you doing? Moving on to Freddy.
While your guards are busy, we're also remaining busy. Bogluck was a member of the cult and we're investigating him. Simple as that.
She looks really uneasy as she has her bow trained. You can see she's keeping it on a VMOC right now, but her eyes are shifting to the others.
We are not here to cause any harm, and we're not here to steal anything. I give you my word.
But why are you sneaking about?
Sneaking? We're strolling around in plain daylight.
Right. That would be probably your turn. The scoundrel from outside runs through the doorway. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. He seems to have pockets full of gold coins and everything. And he steps in with his both hands kind of like covered in the treasure. Oh, wait, what's going on in here? Why'd you call us in? Uthar, you're up.
Chink, 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 chink. What's going on? Chink, chink, chink.
Yep.
So is the door here open, cracked, or is it straight
It's
closed?
cracked. Like somebody opened it and just left it to shut on itself, and it didn't close all.
Calmly but carefully, I will take the dodge action and. Oh, right, I can't move. Basically, I'm going in this room,
Okay.
but I am technically taking the dodge action in case she gets froggy and fires an arrow at me.
Okay.
And just because I'm not doing anything else, I'll cunning action to get some extra speed. Once I'm in the room, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yeah, like around there when I'm in the room, I look around and I guess the big question is, did they cover up that hole or do I see that?
So you walk into a room that appears to be a warehouse of sorts. There is there's crates and barrels and everything stacked all around the room. There seems to be like a pathway kind of cutting across. Not a whole lot of movement within. It only leads to a door on the far right northern side.
Let's pop our head in there.
So using your cunning action, you open a door. Shows you on the door there is a lock that has been opened and the door has been left ajar. You peek your head in the door into the darkness. You have dark vision, right? Oh no, you don't.
No, I do not.
No, you do not. So the shadows kind of cover the room. You see another room with other boxes and barrels in there. Please make me a perception check. Just barely as you scan the room, you see to the far right side, there appears to be a crate that is upended on its side, which doesn't seem very significant to you until you look and see that beneath the barrel, where it must have been sitting, is a hole. This is a cleverly designed trapdoor.
Okay, so from where I am, you guys hear from inside the room, "Stop!" Which is the thing that he did not explain to you. That you just hear that.
Hear what? It cut out for me a little bit.
You heard "Caw-caw!"
Okay.
Again, that does not make sense to you because I did not explain it.
All right, Carlin. I got a Reva. What are we doing?
We're examining this storage room.
Okay. He just kind of stands there frozen. Vimak, you are up.
VMOC looks at this archer. Is it the one that he has previously had words with, or it doesn't matter?
I think that was Archer's 3 or 4. This is a different one.
He glares at, is it male or female?
Female.
He glares at her. VMOC does not wish to kill you or anyone, but he will if you keep pointing that arrow at him. And he takes like 3 giant steps towards the archer, and I can't move him. And he doesn't brandish his glaive at her. He still has his arms spread out, chest swelled up. And he kind of looks back over his shoulder at Freddy sideways and the rest of the group and motions with his head towards the now open door, kind of like the cool dude head bob, like go, like go, kind of like, bobs his head like go, but he's not really taking his eye off the archer.
Okay. Please make me an intimidation check.
Sure. Dice, don't fail me now.
Ooh. You see her longbow kind of dip a little bit to the ground, and she seems to be trying to make up her mind right now. It seems like she is probably waiting for something, doesn't want to make a decision herself. You can tell she's definitely like not anxious to get in a fight.
He flexes a little bit, just a little bit.
She
That'll be his
swoons.
turn.
She
That'll be his.
swoons.
That'll be his turn.
Okay, Ureva, you are up.
All right, Ureva. She is going to approach Vmok and stand close enough to cast a Longstrider on, or like stand close enough to cast Longstrider,
Okay.
and ask him, Vmok, would you allow me to cast a spell on you to grant you swifter movement?
He nervously glances down at her. Oh, magic. I suppose.
And she says, no harm will come to you. You have my word on this. And she will gently reach out and just touch like on his arm, just as much needed, and cast Longstrider on him.
She just like takes a little bit of her pointer finger and just.
She feels a little tremble in his arm, just a little shake.
Right. Vmok, you feel the magic take hold on you as you almost feel like your legs are given strength of the panther. Your speed is increased by 10 feet for 1 hour.
And then she will...
Still have 15 feet of movement left.
Yes, so then she will move towards, and if possible, through the door. Following after Uthar.
Just within the doorway.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Archer 2 going to come running in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to hide behind the pillar and train an arrow on Vmok. She kind of speaks up. Sister, what's going on? Ardred Brifferhue, who has been at the entrance keeping watch, his back turned to everything, turns around now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna stand beside the archer. Says, everybody stand down right now. What is the meaning of this? He's looking around kind of not knowing the situation. Sees that Vmok and company do not have their weapons brandished, but the archers have their longbows out. 15, 30. This barbarian creature comes in with a great axe out, taking us back to the top of the round with Archer 1. Ardred, I don't know what's going on, but they were taking advantage of us being outside. They're doing something within Bog Luck's room. Ready, you're up.
Ardred, as you heard earlier, he is a member of the cultists, and while you guys were busy, we're also remaining busy, trying to be productive,
Easy.
And Freddy,
Go ahead.
saying I'd like to take a step towards the door.
Oh, he a big boy now.
Oh yeah, he grew big time.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Wow.
Man, she just got it going. Hit.
All right, Freddy, you move 5 feet towards the door.
We're not stealing, we're not robbing, we're not thieving, we're not murdering. We're on your side, just taking a look around this storeroom.
Halt! Everybody stop moving till we get this figured out. All right, the scoundrel looks around with all of his gold, and you see his hands actually like go in his pockets right now, and he's just looking around, waiting to see. Uthar, you're up.
He sees Ureva come into the room and says, "Where is everyone? Bird call! Bird call!" And then he runs into this room.
He literally says it out loud. Bird call.
I go into that room. I guess I'll use my action to light a torch because I do need to be able to fucking see.
Okay. You take out a torch and light it up, illuminating the room. You see many crates and barrels, but also dust on the ground, and in some spots dust is missing, and there are scuff marks saying that some of these crates and barrels have been moved from their position, but none of it goes out the door. Rather, you believe that these crates and barrels are going through the trap door.
Then I would like to try to move those crates and barrels, let's say.
All right, Ireva, you have been given a saving throw by Mad Tin Rat for your grower joke. So we can keep that on. Keep that on reserve. All right, John, what were you doing?
Basically, I want to try to locate the trapdoor or the mechanism. What looks like it would make that happen.
Okay, so there's a trap door on the ground, and then there's a crate on top of it, cleverly disguising it. So it's basically just a door.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, then I'm stick an arm out the door and wave because I don't think that they're understanding what bird call means, and
Ireva,
and move over and start clearing it.
Yeah, Ireva, you see a greenish hand poking out of a doorway to the northeast, waving towards you.
All right, Ireva. Wait, can I respond, or wait till my turn?
Yeah, you can respond.
All right, Ireva will see this and have like a brief, gentle look of bewilderment on her face, and kind of look at Freddy and say, "I think that bird call was a means of Uthar summoning us."
Hey, context clues, y'all get it. Yeah, I mean, if I can get the trap door open, then I would probably just, go in there, because I think we need to fucking ghost these people, in my opinion.
Okay, so you go down? Because you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Do I hear him?
I have a torch lit, so it depends on how far down the...
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Hawkeye, you'd be a bit down. You would, if you looked back, you would see torchlight, but there's really no reason for you to look back. You don't hear it.
Got it.
Right, Uthar, you disappear into the trap door. Now taking us to Carlin. Carlin will put his hands up and just say, I'm stopped, I'm halted.
As always, the useful one.
VMOC, you are up.
VMOC is grinning wildly. Arms still outstretched side to side as far as they can reach, which is pretty impressive for a nearly 8 foot tall humanoid. He backs up as far as he can, towards the door slowly. Slowly I turn, step by step. He doesn't turn his back though. He just steps backward. He must not fight unless someone tries to fight him, he says.
All right, so you have 50 feet of movement as a barbarian.
So he's not gonna go through his friends, his companions. He's just going to back up, maintaining a shield against these arrows for his companions.
Gotcha.
He backs away from Ardred and the archers, glaring at them but smiling at the same time. The eyes say, "I will kill you." The grin says, "I'm just here." His arms are outstretched, glaive in one hand, the palm facing in a friendly gesture to the other, on the other hand, because he doesn't wield a shield. And he just says, my friends want to see this room. They are checking for some cultist activity. You will allow this, or there will be consequences. And then he just backs up until his ass runs into Freddy, and then he stops.
There's no need for such hard words, VMOC.
These words are not hard. These words are easy to say, Freddy. Shut up and do what you want.
Ardred, come follow us.
Ardred speaks up, his hands on his sword hilt, like ready to take it out, but it's not out. He's kind of just waiting to see how the situation develops. He speaks up, well, that's our storeroom, so if you don't mind, I'm going to be following you in, seeing exactly what you're up to.
Oh, we welcome you. Come on. And with that, Freddy will just walk past Ureva and go in the room.
It's not your turn, Freddy. Calm down.
Well, I mean, we're not really like...
Yeah, I have you in turn order to see how things develop.
And VMOC has his turn.
Ureva, you're up.
All right, Ureva, as soon as she relayed that to Freddy, she'll actually kind of take a brief glance, and seeing VMOC, move more in a shielding manner, she'll quickly follow after Uthar. So she just kind of dashes right down after him.
Okay, and you do see like the light in the room kind of disappear. Mm-hmm. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You get into the room to see the light disappearing as Uthar is descending into a hole with a torch.
All right. I will follow after him, like, in the hole. And then if I reach the wait, am I able to? Do I have enough movement left?
So you have 5 feet of movement left to get 1 step closer to the door, but you can't actually descend unless you take a dash action.
I would say I'll take a dash action and follow after him.
Okay, Ureva disappears down into the trapdoor as well.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Archer 2. Going to lower her longbow but not take the arrow off. The rest of them, Ardred included. 15. He keeps his distance, but he's watching. All right, Freddy, you're up.
Freddy will go in the storeroom and see the door, see probably the last of Uthar's light. Probably see Ureva's tailcoats go down the trapdoor and follow.
Okay, a dash action to get down to the trapdoor.
Yep.
The scoundrel is actually kind of like slowly edging towards one of the room doors.
It's like, I got my money, I'm good.
Uthar's in there. Arlen's not moving. VMOC, you're up.
VMOC will back into the room. It's dark. He can't stay in the dark.
The warehouse is lit.
Okay, so he looks around
You see,
like a lost puppy.
Yep, you see Freddy moving into a far northeastern doorway.
He'll go follow him.
5, 10, 15, 5, 30, 35, 40. You go into a room that just enough light disappearing into a trap door as you see Freddy descending.
Okay, he'll go with him.
All right, everybody is down into the trap door.
Is there a way to cover it? He ain't worried about that. He wouldn't think that far ahead. He just starts following. Where are we going?
We just leave Carlin.
Hey, Carlin left himself.
Doesn't do shit.
All right.
If he liked us enough, he'd come with us.
You are
Exactly.
all down in this tunnel underneath the ground. It is a little bit damp. Seems like a naturally carved tunnel, which is kind of eerie. But nonetheless, you disappear into the trap door as you hear movement above you. So behind you, Vmok, as you descend into the ground, you actually hear voices. Oh, what? There's a trap door. Do you want us to follow? Lost it. Just leave them be. Close it behind you. And close this door, lock it. Good riddance to them. Let them be on their way. We have more to attend to. Ardred is heard walking back with his company in store.
And Carlin.
And keeping Carlin.
Keep him.
All right, now we can go to Hawkeye.
Where are we going?
I'm not on the map.
Yeah, there. I don't have you on a map.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Okay, Hawkeye. Following after Jamna, eventually you come to an area where there is a there's like a natural stairway, or not a natural ladder, I guess, cut into the earth, moving up to another trap door. Seem to have reached the end of this tunnel after about 10 to 15 minutes fast traveling through it.
All right. So what I'll do is, since I see the end, because I had Renard with me, I'll just for fun, I'm gonna do speak with animals for oh, I guess it will have to be a first level slot. That's okay. I'm just gonna hit it. All right, there we go. Hey, Renard. Greg.
Yes. What is it you need?
Go seek for the others. It
Surely
seems like
I will go rescue them.
Yes, go rescue them.
Right. Reynard hops out of one of the folds in your traveling garments and disappears down the other end of the tunnel. Jamna is sitting at the bottom of the natural ladder upwards, and she is kind of tossing a knife in her hand. Seems to be a nervous calming thing she does, I guess, flipping the blade up and down. She's looking up, and then she sees you finally, and she responds to you in the darkness. Who's gonna go up first, you or me?
You're going first.
All right, sir, sure enough. Puts her blade away and then starts climbing the stairs. She gets to the top, looks down at you. If there's anything up here, I'm gonna close the door. We might as well take off the other direction. Puts her hand on top, lifts up, looks around real quick, closes it. Fast enough that you think rather stealthy. Don't see anything. It's a small clearing surrounded by trees. I'm gonna go up. She opens the door once more.
Should we wait for the others?
She's already opening the door and disappearing above.
Let's see here. So I'm going to do what would create light? I got an idea. So, can I do produce flame?
Yes.
All right, and then is there any sticks around?
There might be some, excuse me, there might be some roots poking out of the tunnel wall, but no, like, sticks or anything.
Oh, right. Is there dirt?
Yes, there's.
Okay. So what I'm thinking of doing is lighting a torch and, like, sticking it in the dirt next to the ladder.
Okay.
And, like, showing that I went up. Hopefully they'll understand that, but yeah, I'm going to use my produce flame to light the torch and then like stick it in the ground in the corner or something, like not next to the ladder so it won't catch on fire if it's made out of wood and stuff, but just in the ground so it creates light.
Okay. You use your last torch, light on fire, sticking it into the dirt of the walls.
And then I'm going to follow Jamna. Renard, if they come over here, we're going to go up. Just hop in your Raven's arms or something.
Renard's already disappeared down the tunnel.
Oh yeah. Oh, then I'll look at Greg and then say it and then go get Ureva.
Hey, Fake Sweden, thanks so much for subscribing, man. Thank you. All right, so you go up, following after Jamna, and you see a forest clearing surrounded by trees. There seems to be a pathway cutting through it, telling you that there is a heavy enough traffic in this area. Very likely this tunnel is used quite often.
Just gonna follow her.
Okay.
Wait, where is this?
Jamna is looking around. She has her dagger out, kind of studying everything. She's looking down at the pathway cutting through, and looks up. It appears this tunnel is used quite often. I'm assuming the cult is using it as a halfway point to whatever safety area that they wish to bring it to. This castle you've been talking about? I can't remember the name.
Neatar?
Castle Neatar?
Is it Neatar or Neatar?
It would be Neritar, but you've never heard it spoken out loud. You've only seen it written down, so it's kind of up to you.
Yeah. It's Castle Neatario.
Castle Neatario. Never heard of it. I assume this pathway will bring us to it. Maybe we should go back and tell the others. Wait for them. I hate to see what's up further up the path.
That's a great idea. Let's go. But first I'm going to mark the ground showing like this is where we ended up. Like pick up a stick outside and wrote Hawkeye was here.
Hawkeye was here. Right, Jamna.
And then like an arrow in the direction that I'm going back.
Okay, Jamna, without looking back at you, kind of casts her head. Why don't you go back and get them? I'm gonna scout ahead, see what I can discover.
How about you stay here? I already sent Greg and Renard for them. Hopefully. I mean, Renard is pretty smart. Greg is a little anxious.
Already taken off.
No, I was telling Jamna that I sent them.
She's already taken off. She doesn't really wait. She just says stuff and then does her own thing.
Then I'll change the arrow to follow her. Like Hawkeye was here, arrow pointing to the direction that Jamna went, because I'm gonna follow Jamna. She's not leaving out of my sight. I don't trust her.
Suppose I should give you the map act. You see her kind of taking off direction over here.
I'll continue to follow, like holding my staff and then like dragging it across the ground, making like I don't know, kind of like digging into the ground hard enough to show where I'm going to make a little trail.
Okay.
As I follow her.
Hawkeye follows after Jamna. cut back to the others. So, Freddy, right, it would be Uthar, Ureva, Freddy, and then Vmok. You are in a naturally, it seems to be a tunnel cut into the ground, by more like by creatures than any man-made structure. After traveling forward for a few minutes, Uthar, you sense movement up ahead. Please make me a perception check. With a 17, you sense a diminutive creature, like an animal, running at a fast pace towards you from the other end of the tunnel.
Let me just read this real quick. Okay, right. I can talk to them. They can't talk to me, so this is not going to be useful. But I mean, I would probably yell out in quote unquote beast speech. I don't know. Hello? At this point, cause it's small, right? I'm not afraid of it.
Yep. No reason to
I
be
wouldn't
frightened.
be afraid of it. Yeah, just kind of yell out a generic hail in generic beast.
Okay.
I think there would be a fox language, but I don't know what's a fox.
I just imagine like
It's a mix of barks and moos.
Why am I picturing Dory?
You're not here to hurt you.
Okay.
Just
You
keep swimming along.
do you have any torches out?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
Uthar does.
see.
Okay, so out of the torchlight, suddenly you see a fox. It's Renard. And he comes up and kind of like dances in front of you, turning and everything, and then every once in a while kind of pointing to the other end of the tunnel going.
I stare at him blankly and in his language say, "I don't speak fox," and then continue going in the one direction we can go.
You visibly see him huff. And then immediately just like jumps in the air, turns and points like a pointer dog in the direction of the other way. And then he looks back
where
to
we
you.
came from?
No, back in the direction that you're traveling, back where he came from.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that,
The only direction.
that was where we were
can go.
going. Yeah. There's only one way, right? It's a tunnel. That's what I'm saying. Like, I basically just tell him I don't speak fox, and then keep going in the one direction we can go.
All right. So as he's
I didn't know that.
Right behind me, by the way, because I didn't like sprint ahead. I'm not imagining that. So I'm imagining that Vmok can use my torch to see.
yeah, you're
Is using my torch to
aware that they are behind you. You're a little bit ahead, but Vmok could definitely catch up if you're not moving at a super fast speed.
Yeah, I'd be keeping an easy pace because I did hear Ureva understand what Kaka meant, so I slowed down enough to make sure that we had the whole.
Oh yeah, VMOC's face is pretty much right in Freddy's ass.
He's got to stoop.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got to stoop
no
to move
reason.
down here. All right.
Well,
So,
let's hope,
VMOC's not proud. He don't care.
let's hope he doesn't sing out of that hole.
oh, geez.
Oh.
VMOC don't care. He, hey,
He's used to it.
yeah, hey man,
I believe the fox wants us to go down the hallway.
What
Yes.
do you think?
So the minute the fox actually kind of sees you start to move forward, he takes off in that.
It's almost like we had one direction we could go. Fox was not particularly of use.
He's
It's
like,
the
well,
I do not care
But
for
see, like
land
Hawkeye
animals.
didn't know you guys were in the tunnel.
Ureva will say, well,
You know, I'm just giving shit to foxes.
Yeah.
perhaps Hawkeye sent him back to fetch us, unaware that we were already on this path.
you know this animal.
Yes.
It lives inside the one's coat. This is a
Oh,
strange
that is the
situation.
creature that she speaks to her collar on.
Yes.
Well, that might be Greg.
Which is weird. They have names? These are food. I don't understand it. You know, sometimes you talk to dolphin, they give directions, but this
Right.
furry and all these legs, I do not like. Bird is useful. We will eat him one day.
We will not be eating these particular creatures, Uthar.
Hey, when time comes and you are starved, you will eat bird. Or you will have to eat one of our friend's actual leg. These things happen on boat.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yes, you eat the birds first. In fish.
Right. Yes.
Before corpses. Hey, go bed very quickly.
Oh,
This conversation is happening while we're walking.
Yeah.
I assume, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
are we walking or crawling?
Thinking about the very clear implication that on a bad voyage they may have eaten a person on our ship.
How
everybody
big
kind
is
of
this tunnel?
everybody gives sideways glances to each other like, did this dude eat somebody?
How big is this tunnel? Are we crawling or walking?
Medium-sized creatures can walk pretty normally. Probably have to duck their heads a little bit. You being a Goliath definitely have to hunch. But you can move at a reasonable pace.
Okay, well, that's why I said I thought we were on our hands and legs
Nope.
or knees. That's why I said my face was in his ass. So my face is not in his ass. And if we're walking, okay.
I thought that's just how you wanted
Yeah.
to travel.
It's definitely
Yeah,
it's
just bent
definitely
over.
uncomfortable for you, VMOC, but everybody
So
else
I'm-
can just move, can crouch down just a little bit.
So I'm not doing the doggy hello thing then.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah.
All right. After a few minutes time, probably 12 or 15 minutes, you make it to an end where you see the cavern wall does not continue onward. Getting closer, Uthar, you see a ladder of sorts cut into the ground on one end, leading up to another trap door. And
See the
Reynard,
torch too.
Reynard is just kind of like turning around excitedly, looking up.
Look down at the fox and say, look, there is only one direction. We were going this way. Calm down.
That is an excited animal. Yes.
He
And
seems
Ureva
very
will-
animated.
Catch up to Reynard and give him a scratch behind the ears and go, "Thank you, Reynard." And kind of give Uthar a little bit
There's
of a
one
look.
to
Not
be-
unfriendly one, but just a, we like this fox look.
It's going to be all the harder when we have to eat him if you keep calling him by name. And let's go above ground.
Okay, you also see a torch hastily dug into the sidewall, leading you to believe somebody has placed it there very recently, as there is clods of dirt kind of on the ground, whoever cut into it.
Yimok will grab the torch and start climbing the ladder.
Say, Reva was climbing right after Uthar, after giving Reynard a quick scratch, and she just kind of followed quick after him.
And Freddy's after Ureva.
Got everybody now.
What is it? My map, didn't it?
Yeah, because you left off the map because you're chasing after
Oh,
John.
okay,
Map.
I see.
Yep.
I see.
There, now you should all have it.
Oh my god, it's gigantic. That's what she said.
God.
Well, yeah.
Can we actually move on it?
Can you?
Oh.
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh.
No, you can't. Oh my god. I'll
Yeah.
have to figure out exactly what's.
I think it's
This
one of
is
your
very-
extensions.
Yeah,
just,
it's very annoying.
just drop them.
Right, so you all open this trapdoor to see a forest clearing surrounded by trees. As you look around, you see a pathway cutting through it, leading you to believe that it is well enough traveled to see regular use. And you also
Fresh
look,
footprints leading that way.
yes, you also see like an assortment of sticks roughly resembling words. They look kind of like it says Hawkeye was here. And then there is an arrow and sticks pointing the direction of the pathway.
Which direction is that?
To the
All right.
northeast.
Is there any large rocks or maybe fallen tree trunks or something pretty big and heavy near the hatch?
Oh, wait.
Well, VMOC is running around crazy.
VMOC's running around everywhere.
You're the only one who can, though, apparently, because I still can't move my boy.
Yeah, me either.
Ain't you fucking fancy?
Well, it went away now.
Ah.
Every few seconds, my map keeps glitching too,
Yeah.
like flickering.
Same.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
All right. Well,
But yeah, is there like a pretty sizable looking size rock or fallen tree trunk?
You could certainly find something of that sort.
I look to VMOC and say, we should keep whole trapdoor from opening again. Can you? And I point to the biggest one that I think he can pick up.
He looks at the biggest one you point at, and he finds one bigger, and he tries to pick that up.
All right, VMOC, make me a strength check.
Okay.
Okay.
Easy. VMOC bends down to a massive tree trunk that is laying on the ground, kind of rotting a little bit. Puts his hands around it. You can almost feel his steps upon the ground, and just drops it with a huge thud. One thing you notice, VMOC, as you're walking towards the trapdoor, is there appears to be a huge rock over the trapdoor already.
you see Freddy like clapping his hands. That was easy.
You use magic, Freddy. That's not fair. DMOC drops, so he drops the tree trunk on top of it, and then he goes over and he tries to get another rock.
Your tree trunk goes through the rock that is over the trapdoor.
Expecting a loud crack as the tree trunk hits the rock, you hear a thud instead as it goes straight through the rock.
And Ireva, recognizing a useless pissing contest, will go, I'm going to follow the sticks pointing us in a direction, and we'll take off in that direction.
Tree trunk was important, and I go on alongside with Ureva, but I maintain my tree trunk was an important part of the plan.
I'll cancel my silent image and then continue on my way as well.
He glares at
Following
Freddy,
them.
and he's looking at the tree trunk and what used to be a rock there. VMOC he's like crouched down and he's waving his hand over the trapdoor.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
And then he follows, but every now and then he glances back. He stops and glances back. And he stops and glances back.
Okay. So, back to Hawkeye. You're running after Jamna, heading through the woods. After a few minutes, Jamna stops and looks around. Please make me a perception.
Alrighty.
The ground, though there is a pathway, is somewhat difficult terrain to travel through. Eventually, it gives the dry patch of the clearing that the trapdoor was in appears to be on somewhat of a raised terrain. Quickly gives way to marsh. It's what passes for dry, even the mere, but even solid ground is soggy, with water very near the surface. Jamna stops and looks down at her feet as she tries to keep an awareness of her surroundings. This ain't gonna be easy. I don't see any reason to be overly cautious. Haven't seen any creatures or any such. Maybe we should make our way back and meet up with the others.
That's a good idea.
Right.
That's the best idea I've heard from her, actually.
One last glance around. She sees the pathway cutting forward. I don't think we'll have an issue following the way forward. It's pretty evident. Let's go back. And she turns around and plods her way through the wet ground, picking her feet up overly much so that she doesn't get stuck in the wet sod. And as the rest of you,
give you a piggyback if you don't want your feet wet.
she looks back at you. You know what? I'll take you up on that offer. And then she walks back and tries to jump on your back.
Catch her and then just like going back. I'm trying not to get mud on Ureva's shoes.
Oh, they're just covered.
Oh, well, I'll clean them before I give them back.
All right, so with Jamna on your back, your movement forward is definitely slower, a little bit more treacherous. Every step a little bit more difficult as you're trying not to roll your ankle with this extra weight on your back. Ureva, Uthar, Freddy, and Vimak, as you are traveling forward, eventually you see movement ahead of you. Given a moment, as you sit waiting to see what it is, you see Hawkeye carrying a small figure on her back, moving forward slowly through the wet ground.
Do I see them?
Hawkeye, yes, you would see them, but you're also kind of watching where you walk very closely. Otherwise, you're probably gonna fall over.
You got a message.
What was that?
Yeah, you cut out.
You got my message.
I didn't know you turned into a parcel service with people and animals.
Nah, this one is. I mean, the mud was like up to her calf, so I thought I'd help. She was having difficult walking.
I get a ride next.
I mean,
P.6 looks down at Freddy like with this look on his face, like what?
and then once it's like safe, I'll put Jamna back down because we're out of the marsh at that point, near like the forest, right?
No, you've been in the marsh this whole time. The clearing.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
the clearing was just a somewhat raised portion of the marsh, so that it wasn't so wet, but quickly it went into the wet ground. So you're like full marsh right now.
Okay. Ureva, I'm sorry. Your shoes are dirty. I'll clean them when I give them back.
Ureva will say, I understand. Couldn't be avoided. I do appreciate that.
And then I'll give Jamna to VMOC because VMOC's stronger.
P.6 drops her on the ground.
Oh, well, okay.
You're mocking a taxi service.
Jamna begins to wipe herself off with a scathing glance at the Goliath. Well, we've scouted ahead and the pathway is pretty evident, pretty clear. I don't think whoever made this expected anyone to know about its location or whereabouts. Very easy to follow. We have found no signs of danger, no creatures as such, but I think our way forward is very clear.
We should still proceed with a piece of caution. It's when things seem safest that they are not.
Yes, of course.
Especially in these marshes. No idea what's lurking in here.
P.6 has fought some creatures in these marshes, though, right?
Yes, Vimak would know that it's laden heavy with mostly what would that? The grung.
And Ureva
bullywugs.
actually said, as Ureva had said that, she'll actually like reach back and like grab her bow and like hold her bow in one hand. Not grab an arrow yet, but she'll have her bow ready.
Actually, at this point, now that we're in a little bit of a chill moment, Uthar looks over to Freddy and says, since you have new fancy sword, can I use your old normal hulking sword? I would like your rapier, your old one.
Are you referring to my other rapier?
Yes, sword for poking. Yes, short sword is not great for poke.
Yeah, sure. I don't need it. There you go.
I have a warhammer.
Yeah, well, while we're there, I'll give Uthar the health amulet.
Ooh.
He will take it and nod his head a little bit and say, "Thank you.
You get up and personal. I'd rather stay back.
I appreciate this, and hopefully this will mean you will not have to waste so much of your magics healing my blood wounds."
Rapier is in the party sheet.
Okay.
Oh, add the
Is the
amulet to the sheet.
So, BMOC will tell everyone that, while he has the little bit of time that he has been with this this tribe living out of this roadhouse place, and he has been fighting some lizard people and their giant lizard pets and crocodiles pets, some giant spiders.
Giant spider, I could do that.
Giant frog pets, some strange creatures that the locals were calling bullywugs.
We saw the frogs.
Oh, bullywugs.
Yes, we've faced a few of them
Yes.
already.
They were not particularly impressive, but they have big lizards with them, right? They have big lizards. We fought many.
They did. I believe they did.
And he's heard warnings of some creatures called Wanti.
One key.
Wanty.
Wanti.
Is it? Do
Wanty.
you mean Yanti with with the Y? He
BMOX,
said he
you
didn't
would
know.
you would know they talk about like snake people, but
Snake people, yes.
Ah, yes, the lizard folk. Although not
I
lizard
Be
folk.
a snake.
It may mean snake people. These much
Snake
more
people,
dangerous.
Yes, snake people.
This is
And some kind of shambling mound things.
Oh, those are particularly nasty.
BMOC not see any of these.
Either way, we know to be careful in these marshes.
Yes, they dangerous. Several times groups go out with 8, 10, 12 men and only come back half that number left.
Well, with you here, I clap him on the shoulder. Hopefully, that won't happen.
You went to clap him on the shoulder and hit him somewhere around his midsection.
right in the nipple.
I'm gonna pick up Bernard. Unless Reva picked him up.
No, she just scratched his ear, and he was very energetic running around, so she just scratched his ear and continued on. Because she has her bow now.
Alright, then I pick up Bernard again.
okay,
Let's
so
continue on the path.
Hawkeye, your max HP goes back to 33. Your Constitution, Uthar, yours changes.
Technically, we need to take a rest before you give me that, but if you want to just do it now so we deal with it later, but
Yeah, that's what I was
after
gonna
a
do.
tune, which takes an hour. But it should go up by like almost double because of how poor my Constitution
Yeah.
mod was.
So your D8, so 4 starting. Fifth, so you should be at 48.
Sounds right.
That is significantly more health.
Significant.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get great rolls with Uthar. I had kind of 3 bum stats, and frankly, con just wasn't as important as having the ability to hit good and the ability to cast my magic. So, he had to
Makes
go glass
sense.
cannon.
Well, now your glass cannon has a little bit of a shell.
Well, now at least, yeah, you guys won't have to waste as many heals.
Hey. So you set forth. Your party travels for quite some time in this treacherous marshland. Eventually, you're traveling through a tangled marsh. Like described before, even solid ground is soggy, with water very near the surface. This is quite treacherous. You have to watch your footing, for there are reeds and roots and all sorts of manner of things hidden beneath the soppy surface. The way forward is quite evident, easily enough to travel, but you don't want to sprain an ankle. Much of the path is through mucky, cold, and knee-deep water. Blaze marks can be seen cut into trees to keep the porters on the right course. No skill checks are needed to avoid getting lost as long as you stick to the trail. Okay, so
I think that's a good idea.
yeah. After about 7 miles of progress, so this would be long enough for you to attune to that Uthar.
Oh.
Gotta get rid of Carlin now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Hi, Carlin.
Oh, we're so
no,
sad.
not like he did
Carlin,
anything.
come back.
No, it's more like Carlin.
The fucking roundhouse,
No,
and it turns
come
out Carlin was
back.
fucking evil, and he killed everyone. Sacrificed him to his
Yeah, right.
lords.
Sitting on a throne, got a bunch of.
Just drinking wine out of somebody's skull.
Okay,
Rowan
so
made of femurs.
what
A bunch of
order?
concubines.
What order are you in?
Is it dark or light? Can we see?
You can see. The approaching dusk is coming though.
Ema could probably be up front then.
Yeah, that would
Eureka
probably be
will-
near him, near front.
Say Ravril will place herself further back, but not the last one.
I'll be in front of Ureba, because Hawkeye usually sticks around Ureba.
Say she can be last. That's fine. Ureva can.
Well, I'll go behind you. That's fine.
I'll have you kind of.
Yeah, if we're heading that way, then that makes sense to me.
Yep. Heading to the north. And after 7 miles of progress, you see a clearing approaching. It isn't much of a camp, just a clearing that's slightly drier than the muck you've been wading through. 4 wicker lean-tos and a stone platform, probably for lighting a fire above the soggy ground, command attention in the wilderness.
Ema would, signal everyone to like wait or slow, stop and like kneel down.
Yeah, I do that.
There are 3 dugout canoes drawn up near one of the lean-tos. A few dozen yards beyond the campsite in the direction you've been traveling, dry land ends. Other than moss-covered trees, fallen logs, and thick clumps of reeds, nothing rises above the still black. Give you the right map.
Oh, okay.
Your order
Oh, pretty.
was as such.
Are there signs of activity? Like, are people here?
Right.
There are no people here, no creatures as right now.
You said the fire is just a fire pit, or is it an active?
It's just a fire pit.
Okay.
Ark?
So there's nothing around. It appears to be like a like a halfway point, almost like a stopping point on the travel on direction for the lean-tos over here. As you can see, our canoes pulled up.
Can I check inside the canoes?
Go ahead.
Uthar is visibly happy, by the way, when he sees boats and water.
Is there any indication that the pits is there smoldering? Is there?
It's not smoldering, but there does appear to be charcoal from a past fire that it doesn't get cleaned up.
Right.
But it's old.
Hey, but
It's not
As
like,
hot-
there's not like fresh wood in there, right? Like somebody
No.
was gonna start a fire soon.
no, like somebody had started a fire recently within like, I don't know, maybe a day or two.
Gotcha. And these are just lean-tos? They're
Yep.
not like tents?
Nope, just lean-tos.
Okay. I'll spend some time looking around just to see if there's anything there, but
Anyone
guessing
that
no.
wishes to can make me a nature check.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll do it, but I'm not. All this land nature is terrible. Now you want a water check, and Uthar's your man. He'll tell you about the ocean.
All right, Freddy. This is an obvious camp made by lizard folk. All the telltale signs of their craftsmanship.
Guys, this is a lizard folk camp. And it doesn't seem to be wholly abandoned. They might just be out hunting. I don't think
Raven
we should-
immediately notches an arrow.
I do not think we should stay here.
Well, let this. Can I inspect those canoes and make sure that they are water worthy?
You can definitely do that next
I did
time.
I was like, I did
Oh,
a
it is
perception
On
check.
Dragon Ball Z.
We look at boats. It's time to get sailing, fellas.
Boats and hoes.
Boats.
All right, guys. Thank you for bearing with me on this
Yeah.
session. I'm not sure what's going on,
extension
but I gotta figure that out because that's very, very
It's
annoying.
even weirder than VMOC can.
Like, here's what I've been doing. I've been like, when I click on my character icon,
He does nothing.
Yeah, nothing I do. It just does the thing where it highlights and then unhighlights and the
Yeah.
map starts flickering. So I just
Yeah.
stopped doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what
I don't
mine's
know what's
doing.
going on. I turned off.
Yeah.
I turned off the selection extensions I have. So
Yeah.
Oh, Drake,
Some
yeah.
random map thing is messed up and messing with you.
yeah, Drake's here. So they can't select their characters and keep it selected. See, like I clicked on VMOC, but right away it unselects him. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what's
now
going
it's
on with
letting
that.
now it's letting me select him and hold, and it's holding.
Yeah, I can
That's
stay on
weird.
Jamna. Even then it deselects. I had extensions for auto selection on turn order and stuff, but I turned those off. So, but yes, I do have to go into work early, so we have to finish this session. Thank you for bearing
man.
with me, guys.
Yeah.
So we're leaving for the airport in 20 minutes anyway,
Okay.
so I got
Yeah.
You guys should probably go.
Yeah, you should probably go. So we'll be
All right.
talking about when we can play next. Hopefully we can play next week, but if not, we'll have to figure that out. But I will see you guys next time. If not next week, then the following Monday, hopefully.
Sounds good. Bye,
Have a good
everyone. Have a
guys.
great week.
Thanks for the
Alright.
session. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Bye.
Safe travel.
Bye-bye.
What would happen if someone saved up points and just wants to spend all of them on disadvantage on a big boss fight? I mean, if you really wanted to, you could do that, but I know I have it limited on how many times you can do it in a session. So there's definitely, yeah, the viewer would be the big bad evil guy. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. This was session 1 of part 6, and they finally made their way out of the Karnath Roadhouse. We will be joining again at an undetermined time because I think we have some scheduling conflicts. We'll be figuring that out. But thank you so much for your subscription, Fake Sweden. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully, you find value in this, and I can get the YouTube videos up, and maybe you can catch up in the campaign and where they're at currently. This has been Hoard of the Dragon Queen as part of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, and I run this every Monday. It's been every Monday, but you know, things are getting a little bit more difficult coming into the summer months. 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Make sure to check that out. I also have another campaign that I run every other Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This has been the off week, so we should be playing next Sunday, this coming Sunday. That's been a fun campaign, definitely more combat heavy. This is a more role play heavy thing. And then tomorrow I have a Encounters session coming, so that's going to be very exciting. Encounters is getting bigger, and people are joining the Discord, getting in on that. We got big things coming. So with Encounters, your support directly supports that community. So we have community goals at 15 subscribers split between this Twitch and my Patreon. I'm going to be unlocking loot tables for everybody. So everybody is going to have a 20 to 50% chance of generating magical items for every encounter with that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, get that community going, that community goal, and then we have even more community goals coming in later. Hopefully we can get a crafting system as well as a live reactive economy, so that all of your trades and everything in game for encounters directly determine like a unit prices and everything, and you can even make your very own original magic items within reason. There will be some limits, but yes, who doesn't want a +6 weapon or something like that? So that'd be super interesting. Okay, we have a bug report that with line of sight turned on, things were being unselected. Yeah, I noticed it kind of helped when I had the line of sight turned off. I don't have it on this map. That's the reason. I have a feeling that's probably it. But yes, so get those community goals going. I really want to bring value to your subscription beyond just what Twitch supplies or whatever. So Patreon has some additional benefits, but also with your subscription comes direct support to the community, where you actually kind of help determine a lot of these things. So not only do you get to watch ad free and you get some emotes to use, but you are actively participating in getting these systems in place for encounters and everything like that. So I hope to truly earn your subscription and make it worthwhile. But this has been the Tavern League. And we finally will be saying goodbye, farewell. Thank you to everyone out there that has tuned in. I saw quite a few viewers. I think we got up to a 9. Oh yeah, we're at 9 right now. So thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of these. Just having people watching and being active in chat is really rewarding. Having people even actually want to watch my DMing and watch these players. I've certainly become invested in them, and I'm glad that you guys find value in that too. But the last call has been sounded, and everybody is rounded up at the bar for a final pour and a final salute. Go ahead and tip those bad boys back. This has been the Tavern League.